The media has dismantled this young man, and after Friday's performance, the fans are doing it now too. Let's talk about it. Jameson Williams had 51 snaps on Friday during the preseason. I think he had 2 catches. He did have a drop, but he caught, one of his catches was a 2-point conversion. Are you worried about Jameson Williams? Now, it's okay to say that you're worried. In my opinion, it's not okay to call him a bust. It's really not. When it comes to Jeff Okudah, I never felt like Jeff Okudah was it. Maybe you have those feelings about Jameson Williams. Maybe you get that feeling from him. For me, Jeff Okudah was that guy. So I understand if you feel like that. But why are we so hard on Jameson Williams? What is it about Jameson Williams because a lot of people gave Okudah, I've been talking about the Detroit Lions for a long time. And I've been on this platform since 2018 talking about this team. I wanted Chase Young when Jeff Okudah was taken, or when he was taken, I wanted Justin Herbert. That was the guy I wanted to succeed Matthew Stafford as Detroit Lions quarterback. But we took Jeff Okudah. And to me, is it because Okudah plays defense? Is it because very little was expected of him? But why does it seem like we give Jeff Okudah way more leniency, who's, in my opinion, was the epitome of a bust, okay? 3rd overall pick, never ever lived up to that, okay, but he got hurt the second year, right? He missed his whole second year. We could say that Jameson Williams year 1 was Jeff Okudah year 2, right? A little different because Jameson could actually play. He played 6 games or so. What is it about JMO as to why the fan base is so tough? Is it because of the stuff that happens off the field? Is it because he was hurt year 1? Is it because he's suspended 6 games year 2? Is it because he doesn't talk much? We don't know what's going on in his head. Is it because he has drops? He needs to work on his hands. What is it about Jameson Williams that makes it? Why are we so hard on him? That's the question I'm asking. Remember when Jamar Chase couldn't catch in the preseason? Nah, me neither. They were calling Jamar Chase a bust after he was dropping everything in the preseason. I do think things are a little different. Jamar Chase, game 1, came on. It was on. Jameson Williams, he's got the injury working against him and now the suspension. My opinion is that he's going to be fine, but he has to get on the field. We got to get to do it on the field, man. He's got to play. And unfortunately, here's the question I have for you. Jameson Williams will be available, barring injury, God forbid, because I don't want anybody to get hurt. He will be available 11 out of the 17 games, not including any post-game attempts. So in the season in total, there's 20 games. Jameson Williams will be available to play 14 of those. And he's already going to play a ton in the preseason. I can't believe he played as much as he did. And I think it's going to get ramped up because Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes see some of the things that we see. Drops, all of that. But they knew that. They knew that coming out of college that Jameson Williams, he has to become an NFL receiver. He's not an NFL receiver. He's a college receiver. He has to become an NFL receiver. He will have played 14 out of 16 or 20 potential games, not including the playoffs. If he's able to come back, then he will be able to build up his NFL receptions. His first catch was a touchdown, though. I don't know. Yeah, it was. His first target was a out of bounds, like it was terrible. So I agree with you. Okudah didn't want to be here in Detroit. I wanted Isaiah Simmons. Okudah was trash. You know what? You know what's funny is that had to be one of the worst draft classes in the past 5 years because Simmons, his 5th-year option was not picked up as well. So, and a lot of y'all, I do remember that, man. Okudah, it was Isaiah Simmons. Everybody wanted him. And I don't know. Me, it was Chase, and then it was Herbert. Never really wanted either one. What's up, Sion? What's going on? People were hating on J-Mo because he was drafted, remember? I agree. Okay, so no. Here's my experience, Ronin. My experience from Jameson Williams. Everybody loved it. Nobody didn't like this. I was the only one that was like, what are we doing? Because the defense was atrocious. Everybody else, I remember getting reamed in the comment section of my videos Like, what's your problem, dude? Jameson Williams a stud. He's the best receiver coming out the draft and all this other stuff. And my thing was, okay, that could be true, but our defense sucks and we need some defense. So I was upset with that. But I don't remember anybody talking negative but me. I'm, and then every video I made, people was excited. Jameson Williams says that. And it seems like, I don't know, when he came on the field for those 6 games and he had, 3 or 4 targets, he had a drop, he had the touchdown call back. I'm not sure. He needs those 200 catch a day on the jugs, absolutely. Between St. Brown, Marvin Jones Jr., and Megatron, he will learn what it takes. Well, we got to get him back. What's up, Grit? Says, J-Mo will be playing with Teddy this week. I expect a better performance. J-Mo will be better with any other QB than Sudfeld. There were a bunch of not picked up, including Chase Young. Yes, it was only 12 picked up out of the 32 that were drafted, and Chase Young was one too. Now, I feel like Chase Young has way much upside. I never, ever liked Jeff Okudah. I just didn't. I did not like, because he was great in what, zone or something like that. I just never liked the Jeff Okudah pick. I hated it from the very beginning. People forget it was the coaching staff that kept J-Mo out most of the games last year. That is true, because J-Mo was cleared to play week 7, somewhere around there. So I just want to know your thoughts on Jameson Williams. Are you concerned about him? Are you in agreement with the fan base? Or do you think the fan base is overreacting? I do. I think the fan base is overreacting, but I understand. I do understand, but a certain level of overreaction. Calling him a bust is, to me, too far. But if you're overreacting, if you're a little bit nervous, I get it. We've been burned. Charles Rogers, Mike Williams, Roy Williams. I mean, I remember when the Lions drafted Mike Williams, and the dude didn't play the entire season before he was drafted. And we took him in the first round. And I understand if there's a little bit of concern with Jameson Williams. But what I do believe is we have to let him get on the field. If he can't get on the field, he can't prove that. That's one thing. Now, he can't control whether he's injured or not. I guarantee you, Jameson Williams gets injured coming back, he's going to get annihilated. And it could not be his fault. Injury isn't his fault, right? But he's already behind the 8 ball, and he's got a lot of work to do. But with the fan base, he's already losing. So I hope that we can give the kid a chance. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below.